Mr. President, I'm very pleased that we're able to vote on and pass a badly needed and long overdue 5-year farm bill today, and that we are finally on the verge of enacting the legislation into law with the President's signature. With 1 in 5 jobs in Minnesota connected to agriculture, passing this bill has been a top priority of mine. I've been working on it for over 2.5 years, along with a large number of my colleagues, and I've gone all around Minnesota talking to farmers and businesses, and they tell me not only did they want a 5-year farm bill, but they needed a 5-year farm bill so that they could plan for the future. Well, we've finally gotten it done. There are so many important pieces to this bill, Madam President, and I want to speak about a few of them today. When I meet with farm leaders and visit farms all across Minnesota, I hear over and over again about the importance of providing farmers with a strong safety net. There is a lot of uncertainty when it comes to farming. Once a farmer puts his crop into the ground, crops are vulnerable to drought, to too much rain, to disease and different kinds of pests, and to other natural disasters. In 2012, for example, we witnessed a terrible drought that devastated the nation's corn and soybean crops and forced ranchers to cull their livestock. Well, all the safety net programs in the bill are important because they protect our farmers and ranchers, and they also protect